Hey guys, this video is real quick about the problem I had with my Ford F-350 where I lost the brakes and how I fixed it. I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible so that way it doesn't end up wasting your guys' time. Anyways, on this Ford I lost my brakes. The pedal kept going to the floor. If you slam quick on it, it would slow down for about 3 seconds. It would build the pressure and then collapse again. Anyways, so I changed out my master cylinder, my brake booster, my pressure lines, and that did not fix the problem, guys. I bled the brakes again. I bled the ABS module, which is this right here. In case you're wondering where it's at, it's right underneath your driver's side battery and the housing, and I bled that. And so I got pretty bummed out, and I got on the forums and I tried to figure out what the issue was. Some guys replied that maybe your power steering pump is going out and it's not putting in the pressure it needs to, which I took the serpentine belt off and checked for plays, for leaks or anything. It came out to be okay. A lot of guys said that the power steering needs to have ATF fluid, automatic transmission fluid, instead of power steering, which I already knew, so I only use automatic transmission fluid on this. And if you guys didn't know this, remember that if you put power steering fluid in there and you still hear a whining noise, you're ruining your pump, and it needs to be switched out to automatic transmission fluid on Fords. This is once again year 99 F350. Anyways, I've done everything I could and still didn't get my brakes back. I checked the calipers, every single one of them were okay. I got on the forum again. I said everything I've done, and I didn't get any replies for about 2 days. Then after that, I got a reply that somebody said, oh, it's most likely your ABS module, which I was hoping it's not, because if you guys looked into it, it costs an arm and a leg for a used, let alone brand new. And then I got a reply that kind of surprised me, and at the same time I was kind of curious, so a reply said, hey, change your master cylinder again, that might be the issue. And so I replied back and said, this probably has to be a joke, because I got a brand new master cylinder in there. And person politely replied back, hey, I've been doing work on F models for years now. Trust me, I think that's your issue. So I went back to my AutoZone. I brought up my new master cylinder. To their surprise, they didn't want to or how should I say this? They didn't want to exchange it because I didn't have a reasonable explanation of why I wanted to change a brand new part. And so I ended up getting another master cylinder. And I brought and installed this master cylinder and bled the brakes again, bled the ABS module. And to my surprise, it fixed the problem, guys. It fixed the problem. So I get back to the guy on the forum, and I tell him that, at first I thanked him for, giving me this advice. And then I asked him why he thought it was that, or what's the trick that he knew it was that. And he simply explained, it's Ford parts. A lot of them are just bad out of the box, and they don't function well, or they're dysfunctional in a lot of cases. So it's a hit and miss, especially on parts like this. With all the other parts, he seemed to be okay, but he said on Fords, this is one of the biggest issues. And then it's the ABS module. So ABS module should be your last reserve to be replaced, because most of the time it's probably the master cylinder or lines or brake booster. So after I replaced all that, my brake pedal came solid. My brake pedal started working. I took it for a test drive, about 25 miles. It worked out fine, and still driving fine. The only issue I had after that, if you guys run into that issue, so I was pumping my brakes for a while, and because of that, I messed up a brake sensor. I don't know if you could see it here good enough, but it's basically this piece right here, this piece right there, that's attached to your brake pedal. And so what that piece is responsible for is for your brake lights to turn on when you push on the brake, or when you're parked and you're trying to put the gear or put the lever in gear and it's not moving. It has a child safety lock. So this is the old piece. You'll find this at your Ford dealer. A lot of stores don't carry it. So if you could see this sensor on the inside, I pushed it in too far from pumping the brakes, and you know, thinking that I need to press it that far, and I think I fried it. He said that's another common issue, you know, on Fords. Went and got that part replaced. Everything works, everything brakes, lights are on, works just fine. So hopefully, you know, you guys, if you have brake loss, you don't have to go that deep. Maybe it's just a pressure line, maybe it's just, you know, switching out the power steering fluid to automatic transmission fluid, if you recently added, or what the deal is. But if you do have to go to that extent before you get your ABS module, or before you spend the money on that, I would strongly recommend changing the master cylinder again. Per his say, those are hit and miss parts, especially on Ford F models. So hopefully it helps you guys out, and stay tuned for more videos. Subscribe, like, and I will see you on the next venture. Thank you.